Hello everybody, welcome back for some more Infamous 2. Excuse me, sir, you were kind of in my way there. I forgot that we're playing on Evil. Yeah, holy shit, I forgot about that. I know it's been a while, and of course, you know, I do want to say sorry about that. But I mean, I think it's an okay enough reason, but at the same time, not really. I kind of got a little addicted to Ratchet for a bit. We finished 4 Ratchet games. I think it was Cracking Time. Well, that one got started a while back, and then I finished it. Quest for Booty was just 1 video. Nexus was like 5, and then Full Frontal Assault was like 3. And then we did some Super Genius recording today, which was Spider-Man, as you guys have seen. And I'm now taking on the role, which, I mean, this will probably be uploaded by Wednesday, but I'm now taking on the role of doing some getting back into Infamous content, because I do feel like I've been missing out on this, and at the same time also kind of wanting just to do it too. Like, I've been wanting to play Infamous 2 for a bit, and I think a part of that has just been, well, one, I really kind of want to play it because I like my Infamous stuff, and it's been a while since I actually even finished Infamous 2, so I'm sure it'll keep me entertained for a good bit. What's my job here today? I'm guessing it's just trying to teach me that I can do things, I guess. Maybe, or just at the very least, just eliminate target, seems like. Yeah, I got a lot of things I want to talk about. A lot of positive stuff, too, thankfully. What do you mean, hold? Oh, yeah. Where is this? Oh, okay, I see now. He's being protected. Okay. I was going to say, is that instant death? But I'm not sure. Thankfully, we have the classic PS3 cover system. Don't worry, I'm not making fun of PS... I'm making fun. I'm not actually, like, being a hater or whatever. I'm just making light, that's all. Yeah, like I said, I got a lot of fun things to talk about in regards to recent announcements over the past couple of days, technically the week. And I had a good day today as well. Like I said, we recorded... This is Tuesday. We recorded Super Genius. That wasn't the first thing we really did. My brother came over last night. We stayed over. We watched some stuff last night. And then this morning we woke up early to catch the Nintendo Direct, and it turned out to be pretty okay. And I'm already seeing videos about how terrible the Direct is, which I still don't think is correct at all. I don't know. Maybe I'm a little too nice about things, but I didn't have much of an issue with it. I know I said positive things, not negative things, but I'm just trying to lay down the fort. By the way, you might hear my laundry in the background. I apologize for that. Anyway, so I thought the Nintendo Direct was pretty okay. I mean, before I saw that, I unfortunately was on YouTube, and someone had put a thumbnail that was way too hard to not spot it. You can probably find it too now, actually. Where it's like big leaks for Nintendo, and it's Luigi's Mansion 4 and Super Metroid Remake, and funny enough, the Zelda one was there too. But yeah, it's like 5 different games, Wario Land 5, and just other crazy stuff. I didn't watch the video, but until after the Direct to see what this guy even got right, and I kind of skimmed through it anyway. To be fair, I don't know where this guy's at. I have no clue. Like, I'm guessing. Oh, yeah, that would be it then. Just over here. Should be finished off by now. Yep. That's kind of a pretty harsh name for a mission, ain't it? Anywho, so yeah, we had some decent announcements. I mean, there's like a new Xenoblade thing. That was a little confusing, but it looked interesting. Fire Emblem looks okay. I'm gonna give it credit. I think it's looking to be okay. I don't care much for the character models as much as I did in like some of the older games, but I think gameplay-wise, I think it'll be quite enjoyable. Ocarina was a surprise to me. I didn't really expect that. I didn't have any idea that was happening. I know I've heard the rumors for years and years and years, but that's just the typical thing. And I try to avoid rumors as much as I can, because I don't like when things get spoiled. I did mention Infamous rumor as well. I did kind of spread that, I guess, too, but the infamous rumor of possible... What the hell's happening now? I'm good. The rumor of like an Infamous collection or even possibly a complete remaster or remake, which that never ended up being the case. Still possible, still would be cool. I mean, it's something I would like to see, but to be fair, if it doesn't happen, then oh well, you know. I'm a little upset that that was something that people were... Uh-oh. Oh, that's not good. Oh, that's not good at all, is it? I somehow just broke inside the cage. How am I actually this good at breaking games now? I have no clue. You should be able to... You should be able to load checkpoint. I thought. I have an idea. I have an idea. Well, there isn't an autosave, but I do have an idea. It'll take a bit of effort, but I can, you know... I can kill Cole inside here. Just keep launching grenades, and eventually he should just die, and hopefully they'll spawn me outside of it. If I get enough damage going, which looks like I did? Great, okay, cool. Don't know how I did that, but... yeah, I went from Turd Monkey to Caged Monkey. How does that work? So, anywho, I want to talk about each one of them real quick, just to kind of get them out of the way, each of the announcements thingies. State of Play, I think, was the weakest one. I remember it had like maybe 2 things in it. I don't remember what they wore, but I don't remember there was much of an announcement. There might have been a couple of things, like I said, but that was like a week ago, and I already forgot exactly what they've been showing off, to be honest with you. Games Fest had like a hell of a start. Like I actually ended up watching the whole thing from beginning to end because I was tempted. I even told myself, I'm like, you get 3. If you don't show me something cool within like 3 games, I'm out of here. I'm not watching this. And they hit us with something really hard at the beginning, which was, you know, Code Veronica remake. I'm like, well, at first I didn't know what the hell it was. Like, genuinely, I was like, oh god, this looks like some weird horror slop thing that only my other brother would end up playing. And not something I would probably even care about. Because I really don't care about first-person horror games as much anymore. Because I've gotten just really tired of them being a constant thing now. So, not that a first-person horror game can't be good, but there's just sometimes where it's like, I don't know. I'm just tired of these clones of games in any field. Friend slop, horror slop, that kind of thing. I mean, I also digest slop as well, but I'm just saying that I have my own particular things I like and what have you and don't like, so that's how that works. Dead drop time. Anyway, yeah, State of Play didn't really have much. Games Fest had like a bunch of stuff, like Stellar Blade 2 looked pretty good. It's funny, there's like a bunch of stuff, I can't remember half of them. Well, I can't remember exactly which ones came from what and where, but I know there was at least something neat. Well, there's a lot of cool stuff in Games Fest. I just, again, like I said, I can't remember dead offhand. Because there were so many damn announcements, I'm forgetting each one. My brain's getting just littered with announcements up the wazoo. Spyro 4 was in the Xbox announcement. That was interesting to see. I'm looking forward to it. I hope it's going to be good. I have an optimistic outlook on it. But at the same time, I'm trying to be a little bit more realistic and be like, well, I'll say this. I mean, it's possible it might end up being what I want, but it's also possible it might not be what I want. And that's, if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure I'm right. I should, you know, Toys for Bob, I'm pretty sure were the ones that did Crash 4. And even though I have some qualms with Crash 4, I still think of it as like a really good platformer. So, I do got to give it credit where credit's due. I don't like playing it all the time. It's not my favorite Crash, but it definitely kind of stands on its own as like a fun, decent enough platformer to go through. So, that's how I see it as. And I feel like Toys for Bob can do a pretty decent job. I never did play the Skylanders. I kind of wanted to, but never did. So I kind of missed out on that, but it's alright. It's alright. I probably saved myself money, to be fair. Or at least at the time, maybe my parents' money, because I don't remember exactly when it came out. I think I was probably a teen. Most likely, I think. It's been a while. It's not that old. There's no way. Yeah, I'm just going to grab some stuff on the way there. It's just a force of habit. And, again, as for Nintendo, we had some pretty cool announcements, not going to lie. At the very least, there were things there that were like, okay, cool, you know. And that's pretty fresh in my mind right now, so we saw that today. My brother, because I missed the Xbox I missed it completely. I was doing something else, so I didn't get to catch the live stream, or I didn't care. It's one of the two. It's Xbox. But my brother was like, "Yeah, there's like 2 BioShock-looking games," and I'm like, "Really? Okay." So, because I trust his opinion more than anybody else. That's mean. I'm talking about like gaming-wise, in terms of like knowing me. That's what I'm talking about. Like, he knows the type of stuff I like, and he can kind of look at something and say, yeah, Alex will probably like this, maybe. Because he has a really good grasp on what I tend to actually prefer to play. And I guess I have to buy Pincer Bolt. Or do I just unlock it? Or do we have to go unlock it? I cannot read to save my life. I got so ahead of myself. I'm like, oh, I have to hit right. God, and people shit on DSP all the time, but yet, I mean, well, fair. I think I deserve a little bit of it too. I can't seem to read anymore. By the way, doing good or evil things doesn't matter. If you want XP for the sake of getting it, then sure, why not? If you want to kill everybody involved, then yeah, you can do that. I mean, if you're playing evil, it doesn't really matter. Like, yeah, it will affect you a little bit. As you can see, it does affect you, but at the same time, I could easily get that evil back. I'm not evil just yet. You know, I'm not pure evil yet, so I could be a good guy every once in a while, maybe, if I feel like it. Anyway, so there's like a Clockwork game. I don't remember exactly what it's called. It's Clockwork something, and then like a Magician game. And these are from the Xbox showcases. And the Clockwork game does kind of have like a hint of possible, maybe decent gameplay. And I didn't know that this was the same thing because I completely missed it. But people were making fun of the trailer for having really cringe millennial, you know, type dialogue, Borderlands humor type thing going on that I'm just not a fan of. And yeah, I can see that. But the gameplay looks okay, so maybe it's decent. And then he told me about the Magician game. I forget exactly what that one's called too, but it's Magician something. And yeah, I felt it. I didn't feel BioShock. I felt BioShock Infinite from the trailer. That's the feeling I got from the trailer. So he did get it relatively close enough to being accurate to, you know, a sort of BioShock-esque type game. Which reminds me, I'm looking forward to Judas. I hope Judas will be good. The story doesn't really impress me because I remember seeing a little bit of the story trailer and the character. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but I'm not a big fan of Elizabeth's writing at all. I find her to be quite annoying. That's just me though. But either way, like it definitely seemed as if that might be the sort of same type of character they're going for with the Judas main character, which scares me a little bit, but I can deal with it as long as the game's fine and good and there's no weird like agendas hidden behind something. Then I'm usually fine with playing a game. But if there's like a clear cut, something's up with it, you know, behind the scenes. I forgot how to do this. Wait, I just did it, didn't I? Oh, that's right. I completely forgot about that being in this game. So Infamous 2 is kind of cool. Like, I'm not a big fan of the city, but, you know, Infamous 2 is... Oh, yeah, it's hold. There you go. Okay. I forgot that they do this. It's really cool that you can just kind of change your sort of abilities. Like, you have a certain select amount of abilities, and you can now change that, too. Infamous 1 sort of had that, but not to this extent. Infamous 1 had, like, the overdrive and the... what was... I don't remember what the blue one was, the good one was called. But there was, like, a hold R2, like, aim and hold R2 move that would charge up your stuff. And you could change... Well, you couldn't change it, but it was based on whether or not you were good or evil, or whichever mission you ended up doing. Which I never tested that out. I've always had an interest in trying to find out if I can do certain things in Infamous 1. As in, might as well just be evil, I guess, right? In Infamous 1, maybe, like, be on the good side, and then all of a sudden, like, go for some of the evil missions and unlock, like, an evil power if they let you even do that. Which I don't remember. I don't think they do let you do that. I'm not really sure. Something else, too, I want to talk about, kind of, is we did end up watching Scary Movie 6. That's something else that happened, too, but I didn't really care for it all that much. I still think that, you know, the first 4 are pretty funny in their own right, but not 5 and not... 6 has some funny bits. But the movie just came out. I'm not going to spoil it for you guys, because I'm not a dick. So, don't take my word for it. Maybe you might find it funny, but I didn't really care too much for it. But that's just me. Like I said, there's some things in there that were kind of funny, but it was kind of a weirdly paced movie, in my opinion, so that's all I can really say. It felt like a parody of parodies, and I don't know. And then I ended up watching the second Tom Holland movie of Spider-Man with the Mysterio. I read online that people didn't like it either, but I was having a frustrating time with it. I was like, oh my god, I can't stand this. Like, this sort of annoying... I don't know, like, cartoons are funnier than it, you know? That's how I feel like. I feel like they're trying way too hard to be funny all the time. And I know that's been, like, a prominent thing with the MCU now, is just trying way too hard to be funny, but it's very obvious in this movie, and I don't really like that at all. And then the action on top of that didn't really do it for me, and the pacing of it, too, was also kind of just weird and what have you, and yeah, I didn't care for it. Simply put, just don't care for it. I will give the third movie a shot, because, I mean, there's always a chance that maybe I might end up actually being like, okay, you get one, you know. Homecoming back then, I didn't care for it much either, but I thought it was kind of just whatever. I thought it was fine, but I didn't care too much. I haven't seen it since. I'm probably not missing much, but I don't like when people tell me that, you know, oh yeah, the movie is fantastic, you should definitely watch it, and then I proceed to watch it, and it's just like, nah, I'm gonna be honest with you, I think it's garbage. People can like what they want, but this is definitely not my cup of tea, that's for sure. I can't stand anything, like, pretty much after Endgame. Hell, I could barely handle much of the things even before, except for a certain few. I mean, there was a good amount of stuff, I think, before. It's just kind of got sloppy, but everything kind of just does. And also, this is just a me thing, but the whole, like, everything need to be attached to everything, and the whole multiverse shit has gotten really tiring. And I'm watching a movie from, like, way back before, so I'm sure it's probably gotten even more annoying. But that whole concept is just, it bothers me a little bit. I don't mind multiverse stuff when it's done pretty well. Just, I feel like with MCU, I don't know, I just don't like it. And that's pretty much why I don't watch these Marvel movies, because I just feel like all of them just end up being the same. Like, hell, I remember people were telling me that they thought, like, you know, Doctor Strange was a really good movie, and then I watched that, and I didn't like that one either. The first Doctor Strange. I don't know if the second one might be better. It's possible. But let's stop talking about those types of things, because once again, that's just more negative crap. But I don't know anything else I can think of off the top of my head right now that's like, wow, I really want to talk about that. Oh yeah, these guys. Oh boy. These ones are a bastard and a half, especially if you're trying to do melee like I'm doing, or even just in general trying to fight them. Shockwave's good because at least you can push them back for just a few seconds. Because they like to gang up on you quite often. Oh, there is something I can talk about. Because I keep wanting to make an update video, but I keep not doing that. Because I've been saying that for like 1,500 videos now, I know. I keep kind of not getting to that point of actually doing something with it. But I want to say that for Let's Play Wise, I would like, at the very least, to not only continue and, of course, you know, finish Infamous 2 at some point, which would be nice. Second Son, I would like to probably also do as well. And then finish up the last remaining Ratchet stuff and possibly Sly 3 and possibly... what other game was it? Jak 3 and possibly Jak X, but those are all just big, giant, like, maybes, rather than I'm going to for sure. Especially with Sly. Like, I actually like Sly 3. It's funny, too, because when I first played Sly 3, I was like, ugh, I don't know. I prefer 2, because there's just... I like the missions better in 2. I like having collectibles in 2. So forth and so forth, only to eventually play Scythe 3 again, and then kind of come to the conclusion of like, oh, it's really not that bad. It's actually a pretty decent game, not gonna lie. And I still kind of think that's the case. I still think it's a pretty decent game, all things considered. At least they put this here for me. Thank you. I think they knew. They were like, yeah, you're probably gonna fall down at some point, aren't you? Oh yeah, am I supposed to... I remember this was, I think, part of the trailer, I think. Don't mind the laundry in the background. That's not somebody pissing, I promise. The only person that can piss that much would be me, probably. Or my brother, because he drinks a lot of shit. Absorbed 6 more blast core thingies. Oh yeah, this guy. I think they might show it off here, but... we might get the cool power that this game has that they want to show off. That's really cool. Remember the giant... I mean, it might happen later, I don't know. But you guys remember the giant thunderstorm from the first game? Well, if you've seen the trailer for this game, you get something kind of essentially like it, in a way. It's not exactly 100% the same, but it does work about close to it. It would be nice to have rockets, but unfortunately I have to get those. We're going to have to work our way up to that. Technically speaking, Pincer would probably be a better option, but I don't trust it. I mean, I could try it out. I could try out Pincer bolts, but I feel like they fire a lot slower. Like, yeah, you know, they attack 3 at a time, but there's something about it that feels, to me personally, like they don't really do anything. I don't know. I don't, I'm not a Pincer guy. What am I using now? Alpha Bolt? Alpha Bolt. Oh, yeah, Street Fighter 6 is getting some DLC. We're getting Tifa. Final Fantasy 7. The new one got announced. It looks pretty good. I didn't care for 2, because I got to the second remake. Because I got to that, you know, just a bunch of walk and talk sections for like a good while, with like 2 to 3 hours worth of cutscenes. Only then to finally make it to the open world, and there's like hardly any enemies to fight, and I'm like, oh my god. Maybe I might have jumped a little too early, like I jumped off it a little too early. It's very possible, but I gave it like a few hours, and it just didn't seem like it was going anywhere, and I was like, I'm tired of this. I just want to play the damn game, man. Because like I remember enjoying the remake, the first remake, I liked it, so I was kind of hoping that maybe 2 would do the same. And I understand that, you know, there's some changes to the story and stuff that I'm sure fans of 7 would really like, but I don't know. I don't know. I think I'm just not cut out for certain things, I guess. And I make that mistake of being an idiot who quits out on damn near everything. Alright, we got a side mission we can do real quick, but we also got these dumbasses firing things at people, I guess. Having a gang war. I don't know who they're fighting. They're most likely fighting either the Skinwalker things or probably the police, but they're shooting rockets, so it's probably that. Or themselves. They're probably shooting themselves, who knows. No, it's the police. Okay, cool. I'm not going to bother with it. I don't know, like... You can't... Well, you can fight them if you're playing good, yeah, but... Just even being attacked by them, I don't really care enough. I know they count as an enemy, sort of, but it's alright. Alright, let's get this over with. What do you need? I do find it funny of seeing Cole just walk into frame, you being like, what the hell do you want? I mean, I do give hand jobs, but they're not really good. So, pick your poison. Somebody made a comment that I didn't really agree with about an Infamous remake, or whatever of the sort, like remake, remaster, whatever, where they would have the voice of 2 voice Cole from 1, and I'm like, I don't like that. I don't know if, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't know dead offhand who the voice actor is. You know, I don't know if they can still technically be allowed to do it, if they might still, you know, be here and things like that. I don't know. So, if that's the case, if they can't do it, then I get it. But personally, I've always preferred Cole 1. But that's a bias, I get it, but I don't think Cole 2 is really a bad voice actor. I just... God, that thing is getting loud, isn't it? I just, I don't know. I grew up with 1 a lot. I played it a lot, so it's just... It always felt fitting to me. Like, he sounded like more of, dare I say, twinkish. And there goes the vibrations. Big time. You guys are probably going to be able to hear that, no doubt. Maybe, I don't know. Sometimes I'm surprised. Sometimes it doesn't work. Or it doesn't show up in videos, but you never know. I'm sure if it gets loud enough, you definitely will. But I don't have to record. I'm just doing it because I kind of really want to. Yeah, like I said, it would be cool to have Cole 1, but I don't know. Or just don't change up the dialogue. You know, keep it all relatively the same, maybe. Without changing out the voices, if you can. And then just kind of remaster it or something. I should probably stop talking about it, because not having it sucks. You know, I mean, it would be cool. I feel like if anybody deserves a remaster, or at least a trilogy of some sort, or something along those lines, anything, I feel like Infamous kind of needs it a little bit. Not gonna lie. Well, it's not necessary, but it would be nice. That's all I'm saying. And again, if anybody else needs something either new or just... I don't know if I would say a remake necessarily, but just something extra. Jak and Daxter, for sure. Ratchet gets all the love, and Sly gets not much, unfortunately. I mean, I think there was... A long time ago, I remember, like, Sly 5 was one of the bigger things that was being talked about for a bit, and I was like, oh, shit. And a movie, too, and I think they canceled it. Or whatever happened, I don't remember. Point is that all these things would be really great. And, you know, in all fairness, I'm kind of glad that at the very least, we're starting to actually get some decent stuff. Yeah, he's going to die regardless. I like how Cole just stands there. But then again, I'm evil Cole, right? So it doesn't matter. But if you were a good Cole, I think you would do the same thing and just stand there looking at him. But yeah, like, there's a lot of stuff I want, but we are getting a lot of cool stuff, which reminds me, too, something else I'm kind of excited about. I caved in, and I pre-ordered Splatoon Raiders. I think that would probably be a fun game for me to play. So, it hasn't come out for, like, at least a month, but I've definitely pre-ordered that. I want to get Avatar, the fighting game, as well, because that looks really good. Oh, Dokkan Battle. I think I mentioned this in the Spider-Man video, but yeah, I did. I'm not happy with how many characters we have for like a 4v4 fighter. It's kind of annoying. I mean, Dragon Ball FighterZ was also pretty low on base characters too, and I gave them money for that regardless, but either way. Seeing Carnage and Goblin and Magneto is like, oh shit, that's cool. And we're still getting like 3 more characters for the Ghost Rider team, so I'm kind of curious as to who they're going to pull out. I kept bitching about Dokkan Battle the day that State of Play was happening. And I kept bitching about it because it just was bugging me. I was like, I don't want to fucking buy a game that's not going to have a ton of characters on release just because they want to sell you as a DLC and shit. And I don't like that. But Dokkan Battle does look kind of fun, and I'm hoping that at the very least the combo potential might be good. I'm not going to buy it day one. Okay, I said that now. I don't plan on buying it day one. So that way I can find out whether or not it has any sort of good combo stuff at all. But Invincible Versus was the same problem too, where I didn't know if Invincible Versus would even be remotely fun. And I kept looking up like combo videos on it and stuff, and nothing really just kind of hit and looked like, oh wow, I really want to play this. Unlike the Avatar game, where at least that looks fun. Like, it genuinely reminds me of Persona 4 Arena. Like classic ArcSys style fighting game where everybody's just relatively unique and there's a lot of unique things you can do, and it just seems so cool. Speaking of Persona 4 Revival, we'll probably get that. Not the biggest Persona 4 head, but, you know, I mean, hey, Persona. So, and I'm sure they'll probably make it more fun for me to go through. And then Persona 6, hopefully that's good. Hopefully that's really good. Hopefully we get some more announcements with that. Kingdom Hearts 4, we got gameplay trailer. My issue with that is not really the gameplay, but I'm not a fan of the way that 3 looks. I prefer a more cartoony art style than a... Bro, that's your twin, just without a shirt on. What wall are we talking about? Over here? What wall? Oh, the bomb. But here's... Oh yeah, that's supposed to go off no matter what. Good or evil, doesn't matter. I think it's supposed to just happen. But this was a good side mission. I don't know why they make you do that. You also get blast shards from it too. I don't know if these count toward your overall blast shard goal. I mean, you do get to collect them. And they do increase your stuff. But to be fair, I don't know if they count toward the overall goal either. And, you know, I mean, that's the thing with this game, is it feels... Okay, we can either steal a blast shard or save this guy. Well, you don't need to brutalize these people. You don't need to brutalize people. Well, they look like they're doing that themselves, to be fair. So I'll be taking that, sir. Thank you very much. And I think you can go back and actually get the blast shard from the bomb, too. You can do both. Even when I play good, I end up doing this, you know, regardless. Also, I love... It might just be a me thing, but I do actually like the running animation for Cole in this game. I think it looks pretty fine. Like, the cop does nothing about me at all. He's like, oh, well, you know what? Well, you saved my life, I guess. So that's pretty cool. I know you're like an evil, murdering bad guy, but, you know, I'll let this one slide, I guess. Just this once. Yeah, like, I don't really like the overall avatar design in the bottom right corner. I just... It doesn't do it for me. I don't know why, but Kingdom Hearts 3 just kind of looks gross. No offense. Certain things look fine. Like, the enemies look fine. It's just certain aspects of it I just don't like. Because, again, I'm more of a fan of a cartoony art style than I am something that's a little bit more realistic. Which, yeah, Kingdom Hearts is still, you know... still cartoony, but they're going down that road of a little too realistic. Now, granted, it could just be the world. Like, we haven't seen any of the other worlds yet, and there's been... Again, I know, I hate rumors. I'm spreading more rumor shit, but there's a possibility that maybe that's just that world. Who knows? That just happens to have a more Kingdom Hearts 3 realistic look to it. Maybe. Maybe they're trying to get people into it from Kingdom Hearts 3 that might have gotten into Kingdom Hearts 3 first, and trying to like be like, hey, look, see, it's Kingdom Hearts 3. It's a game you know. It's a game that's pretty cool. Maybe you'll like this. I'll probably most likely get it regardless. I mean, it's Kingdom Hearts. I do actually like Kingdom Hearts quite a bit, so. Which reminds me, I almost forgot about that. Kingdom Hearts 2 Let's Play. And we still haven't gone back to do it yet. I've been kind of really lazy about it. But, I don't know. I might end up just doing it on my own for the sake of doing it, but that might be a future project, like, way in the future. I guess, if anything, for now, just enjoy the 3 videos we have of it, because at least that's something. That sounds really douchey, but I don't know. Sometimes it just doesn't hit right, and I want my videos to just be right. And I've come to the conclusion recently that I don't really care much for doing co-op stuff right now. I'm kind of getting sore from it. Usually, you know, they can be fun, but it's just one of those things where it's like, I want to play a game that I know how to play pretty well, so that way I can make progress, and if something happens in that game that where it's like I die or whatever, I can just get mad at myself for, well, sucking at the game. I don't have to get mad at anybody else for sucking at a game, so it's not fair. But, I don't know. It's just one of those things where sometimes it's better to do things on your own. Sometimes. It doesn't have to be the case all the time. It's not that I'm against co-op stuff completely. It's just... I've been kind of struggling to really want to, like, actually finish one because my brain just be like, well, I could just go do this on my own and be it that way. I've been really in a weird mood, so... That's probably what doesn't help it. God damn. Motherfuckers hit hard. I don't know why they're so damn strong, too. And the funny part is, this is just straight up a side mission. Although I think these are actual... What do they call them? Mud creatures or whatever the fuck? A swamp thing? I don't remember. Like, I think that's where they come from. It's like the mud or something. You know, the little white scyther looking bastards. That's what I think they're supposed to be, I think. I also love watching this thing just get completed while you do it. It's really cool. We got a blast shard on the loose. And that is mine, sir. Yeah, even as a good karma thing, I will always typically just still stick with dealing with, well, street performers for one, yes, but blast shard stuff. Boop. Alright, I could skip these guys because there's really no point in finding them. And just go grab this blast shard real quick because it's right here. Even though I could have used that to heal. Let's go do another side mission real quick. I know we're doing a lot of side mission stuff, but I wouldn't mind doing all of them. Because again, you know, since I'm playing Infamous 2, I tend to like games that just give me something to autistically get into, I guess, and just do over the course of time. Even though I tend to call them vapid and hate them, but... hey, every once in a while, you give me a game and I'll like it. It can happen. I actually did eventually finally finish, for the first time, Spider-Man 2, Insomniac Spider-Man 2, and I didn't think it was completely terrible. I also kind of am under the impression, or I'm still kind of under the guise of, like, it's a little vapid to some extent, but I don't know. I played it. It was on PS Plus. I streamed the whole thing, you know, not, you know what I mean, PS Plus stream it, just so I could get through it. I had time, I had a game I could play, and I said, fudge it. I would also like to finish The Last of Us 2, which I can't believe I'm saying that. I was the type where I was like, I'm not going to play it even if it gets on PS Plus. I did say that. I know I said that. And look, that's the thing, though, is I can at least, you know, understand my hypocrisy. I can clearly tell you that I'm being a hypocrite. Still not a good thing that I said that, but whatever. I didn't buy it. I never bought it. I don't plan on buying it, because I don't want to give Neil Cuckman money. I mean, to be fair, if I buy it used, well, he doesn't get any money, because it's already gone. And having PS Plus gives him money anyway, because, you know, PlayStation, I'm sure, probably gives him money, but whatever. I still don't really defend the game's story, but I'm sure, like, the gameplay is Last of Us, so maybe I could at least deal with that and be fine with that, I guess. I don't know. I know. I'm a piece of shit, but it happens. Sometimes you just kind of cave in and you're like, alright, fuck it, fine. But like I said, I didn't buy it. I didn't buy it new. I didn't give Naughty Dog money for it. I'm not buying Interstellar, whatever that fucking game's called. I won't buy it either. I don't want to support this type of crap. But I wouldn't be surprised if Naughty Dog does a good job at making gameplay. And that's the scary thing, too, is I kind of tend to feel like sometimes they just can do a good job at making a game kind of fun. At least they used to be really good at that. Which I've talked about this with my brother, and I think I might have mentioned it on Spider-Man, but... Or maybe not Spider-Man, it was something else I think I might have done it with. Where... Or just not all. Naughty Dog used to be really good at making things kind of evolve from one another. Like, I like Crash 1 a lot, and Crash 2 adding a slide is like, whoa. Like, that completely breaks everything I've ever known about Crash. And then they made Crash 3, and it's like, not my favorite thing to play, but the Relics, they added the Relics, that was cool. And then CTR, and it's like, yeah, CTR, hell yeah, good old CTR. And then we get Jak 1, and I actually recently played through Jak 1 again. I loved it, again. I don't play it all the time, because I get tired of unskippable cutscenes, but I stuck through it, and I was like, huh, I'm still pleasantly surprised by this game. I still like Jak 1. Sometimes I feel like I don't, but this is one of those ones where I do like it. Ah, it's a courier mission. Of course it is. Why wouldn't it be? These used to be... I mean, they're kind of fun. I mean, I still think they're relatively fun enough. Anyway, back on topic. So... Jak 2... adding guns, which is funny. If you go back and see one of my most infamous videos I've made, the top 10 useless things in video games, which was just kind of like a cheap... It's like a cheap way to get views back in the day. So, if you're wondering why did you make that piece of shit video, now you have an answer. It literally was just for the sake of making a top 10 video and trying to get views out of it. And I did. It did get views, but my opinions were absolute fucking trash. The Walnut from Silent Hill 3 was one of them because I couldn't think of something on the top 10 list. It's that stupid. I was a dumb young kid who didn't know any better about anything and barely played enough games to really, well, you know... What's going on? Oh. Uh-huh. Okay. Oh, I guess we're doing this now. Possibly. But yeah, I considered Jak 2 guns. Because I had a big thing at the time where I didn't like Jak 2 versus Ratchet. I was like, Ratchet's got better guns and cooler guns because Ratchet has like a bunch of guns. And I was really, really, really stupid. You know how kids are. They're really dumb. But, God, man, the Jak 2... Like, I don't care too much for the city thing. I do get tired of it too. But like my brother said, one of the funner aspects of it is the feeling of like progression with it, where you get those types of like key cards to kind of open up other aspects of the city, and that's kind of fun. And like I said, it definitely makes you feel as if there's some level of progression to it. The story's really good still. I still think that Jak 2 has a really good story. And then I like Jak 3 a lot as well, but Jak 3 adding the desert, that's where things kind of happen. It was where they'll make a game, they'll have a good first impression, maybe, and then, typically, and then they'll make a sequel game that ups the ante a bit, and then, like, for the third game, they'll kind of do something along the same lines as they did with the second game, but just kind of make it a bit more. Because, like, with Jak 3, it's Jak 2, but there's a lot more going on, which I like. I do like that in Jak 3. I mean, it's just more Jak 2. You know, it's more gun fun and stuff like that. We were doing a Jak 3 Let's Play, but once again, I fucked up the commentary. Not audio-wise. I literally was just like, I can't do this. I can't do it. I'm sorry. My brother's pretty pissed about it. I don't blame him, but I don't know. I just couldn't get it. You know, I couldn't get myself to just be happy enough to do a commentary, for God's sakes. And then watching the, like, you know, the beginning of Jak 3, I was like, ah, fuck, like, you know, all these races and stuff, and my brother hasn't played Jak 3 in a hot minute, so he's really rusty, and we'll have to watch someone live unrust from Jak 3, and I feel like when we're doing Let's Plays, it's like, oh no, people are going to get bored watching this, and they're going to click off, and we got to hurry up, we got to play progression, quick, you know. So that ruined it. I shouldn't be like that. I wish I wasn't, but it does come back. It does haunt me. So it's my own stupidity. Just saying. I know the problem. I blame myself for that. He didn't do anything wrong. It's just I'm being an asshole. And I can admit that. Because I know. I know I'm an asshole. And again, I'm not looking for sympathy. I'm just telling you guys straight up, like, yeah, I know whose fault it is. It's always mine. But, Jak X becoming a racing game, you know, that going back on the topic of the games evolving, which was, you know, was neat. Uncharted 1 was a bit archaic, but they definitely made it, like, wow, when it came to Uncharted 2. They definitely improved on it by a long shot. And then Uncharted 3, in my opinion, improves on that, too. While I do think that Uncharted 2's story is better, I can say, like, Uncharted 3 is good fun, you know, it's good classic fun. Loved the multiplayer back then, of course. And then for Uncharted 4, well, I'm not the biggest Uncharted 4 fan. You guys have probably most likely seen my Let's Play by now. And I can tell you, without even seeing it, that I just... Yeah, you know, you can kind of see a little bit of the writing on the wall with a certain someone getting their greasy hands on this game. And I don't much care for that. So, alright, let's try to finish this mission real quick. Ouch. Should probably launch that shit back. I'm pretty sure this truck is also equipped with electrical currency... Currency? What? Whatever. You get the point. It's got electric on it somewhere, somehow. I can do this. So, yes, it has a generator. That's what it was. God damn, I'm taking a lot of damage for no reason whatsoever. Because I'm letting myself get hit by things that I shouldn't be getting hit by. Well, if I had rockets instead of just grenades, I could at the very least make that a little bit more useful. Also, this is why exactly I use Alpha Bolt more than Pincer, because at least I can shoot it faster. And I feel like it just works better. Cool thing is you can shoot inside the truck. I'm not doing that, but technically can. Well, I'm sort of doing. I'm not shooting the driver like I should be doing. Fuck off, guys. Oh my god. What difficulty am I playing on again? Hard? Oh, that's right. I'm like, why am I dying so often? And it's like, well, that would be it. Oh yeah, something else we did today too, which was really fun, is... Well, we got to play some Mario Party. We are playing... well, I'm planning a possible return slightly to Mario Party G. I don't want to spoil which one it is, but we were playing a little bit of Mario Party, and I was actually having a little bit of fun. So I was like, you know what if we do it? We haven't done it yet. We haven't done a video of it yet. I'm just saying, like, what if? So there might be a slight possible small return to Mario Party G in the coming weeks. Maybe. I don't want to give any sort of expectations of that happening. Just keep in mind that maybe it might happen, maybe it might not. You guys will probably most likely find out one way or another. And then we also played some Wii Sports, and that was great. Because I went out and I bought me a third-party Wiimote controller that had Motion Plus in it. But it's called Action Plus. And I was confused. I'm like, I fucking hope that's Motion Plus. Like, you would think it would be. And then, yeah, it actually was. So, now I have 2 Motion Plus controllers, and we're playing Resort and doing a lot of bowling stuff, because I like bowling. And we're thinking about doing a possible, you know, game night where we just kind of hang out and play a bunch of casual stuff on, like, Thursday or Friday or something, and just have some good quality phone time. Might play some fighting games, who knows. Anything's possible. Alright. I think he dies here, doesn't he? Anyway, I think it'll be a good time as ever to kind of let you guys go, because that laundry is getting pretty aggressive in the background. And I kind of want to go play that Spider-Man game. Nothing wrong with this game, though. I'm having a good bit of fun. I'm trying to think of how far in we are. We're not that deep into the game, but we're definitely making some progress. That's for sure. I'll try to keep you guys up with more Infamous 2 stuff, because I know you guys were definitely liking it, no doubt. People were watching it, so I kind of fucked up by, you know, not letting you guys get to see that. Because that's just... Oh, yeah, it makes it stronger. Well, not really. It's also technically a... I like how you do have to do certain things to unlock these. You do have to finish certain missions and stuff. I think that's really cool. Yeah, I like Infamous 2's on a mechanically. I just don't care much for the city design. But that's me. Vic Dempsey's. And then, you know, I mean, I always really liked Infamous 1's Empire City design more so than this. The Louisiana aspect of it just... I don't like that, so that's probably why I don't care much for it. Not a fan of, like, redneck hick stuff, so that doesn't help. Are we going to end up getting that mission to pop up, or is it just not going... I'm waiting for that to show up so I can just have it ready for next time, so I don't accidentally quit out of this and somehow mess everything up. Technically, if anything, I can always just play off screen and grab these blast shards so you guys don't have to see all that crap, but I assume someone might want to see everything in one go. Okay, so you expect calling now. I don't know. Anyway, I'll let you guys go. So take care, everybody. Ow, fuck.